In this video, I'm going to talk about how to improve your self-confidence. So this is a sequel to the previous video about the concepts of self-confidence. So if you missed the video, please do watch that. Given the link in the description. So here I'm going to only discuss about the psychological tips and also other general tips to improve your self-confidence. These are all like evidence-based tips only. So the number one thing is sometimes we may forget about your achievements. So whatever achievements you had from your childhood, even as a person who was in your kindergarten, start from there. Take a journal, or if you're a techno savvy again, you can take a mobile phone and start writing all your achievements. You may ask me, should I write this? Does it qualify to be in my journal? Whatever you consider as your achievement, even though it is so small, please do write it and let the list go on. And please do write it when you're in a positive frame of mind. And when you're feeling down and having this negativity about yourself and self-doubt, just take a look at it. It will boost your self-confidence. And the number two is stop comparing yourself with others. So this point is very difficult to actually practice because almost all of you may know that you should not compare yourself, but still we end up doing it, right? I'll tell you the reason why we are doing it often. Because we don't have any particular goal in our life, or you do not know what you really want out of life. That is why we look into others' life and just copy it and just think that, okay, he has achieved it and he has got promotion at this age, but I don't. Do you really wanted that promotion? We don't know. So for this, it's very pertinent to develop your own goals and outcomes of life. For example, let's say you're running in a marathon or running for a 200-meter race, and it's very important that you need to not look at other people where they are running. You just need to go towards the goal of hitting that line, right? So similarly, it's your life and you need to have your own goals, not just carried away by them, others doing certain things, but then you know that you are like getting distracted from your own set goals in your life. And you can never compare yourself, because obviously we are all unique human beings. And please don't bring down your self-worth by ending up to compare yourself with other people. It's a very, very poor practice. And self-confidence can be, defined in two ways. One is like overconfidence, and other one is lack of confidence. Both are like lacking only, but in a narcissism where we say it's overconfidence, and the other way like a lack of self-esteem or inferiority complex. In both the cases, your confidence level is quite low. So in order to pep it up, don't ever compare yourself. And people who are more confident do not compare. They think that they are the great, but that is again a problem. You can always say, I am the best, but not I am the best of everyone. Okay, so there is a small difference between that. So narcissistic people or people who are like having overconfidence, you need to know the difference. So for stopping to compare yourself, and also for not feeling having an inflated self-ego about yourself, you need to know about your strengths as well as weaknesses. It's very important, because based on this only, you will be able to set your goal. Otherwise, if you just look into the social media and see another person performing something, then you feel like, oh, I've not done that. But do you think you really have that strength to do that? And probably if you're good at something, does he have that strength to do that? So definitely don't end up comparing up yourself. So you need to know your strengths and weaknesses. So for this, again, you need to watch a video on my video on self-awareness. I've given the link again in the description. Do watch it. So that will give you an idea about what is your strengths and weaknesses. Please set your goal based on that only. Only then you will be able to achieve that realistic goal, and do not set up yourself for failure every time. That is the reason people eventually fail and again feel bad about themselves. So it is like a continuous vicious cycle people go on to. So please do understand, it's your life. You're going to write answers for your own question paper. So don't try to copy others' question paper. Your answers may be wrong. So don't end up comparing yourself with another person. The next thing, and failures and setbacks are common and it's universal. It's everybody's life. So whenever you're bogged down by the failure, don't feel that you yourself will completely fail in every aspects of life. In this particular aspect, I didn't actually do well. So this is a lesson to be learned, and try to improvise on that rather than being so hard on yourself. Self-compassion has to be practiced here. Self-love has to be practiced. And the next tip for becoming more confident is to dress up well. And look good, feel good. You would have heard about this, and it's very true, and it's also research proven true. And the moment you feel like, oh my God, I'm going to lie down in the bed, I don't feel like getting up, and those are the times your confidence level is pretty low. but then just get up and dress up in a way like you're going to a party, and then you can definitely feel like your confidence level is boosted also. So that's one quick way to improve your confidence. You can try it, as well as listening to good mood lifters like good music also. That will also lift your mood and make you feel more confident about yourself. And having to smell good scents also, perfumes. So this is also a very good mood lifters that will boost your sense of self-confidence. So these are all like hacks to improve your self-confidence. And next thing is, you need to rewrite your core belief about yourself. Maybe your core belief tells something bad about you, that I'm not good enough, or I'm so bad morally. All these things are going to sabotage your self-esteem. So you need to find out that and substitute with a new form belief that I'm good enough and I'm actually good as a person. When you're going to own this new baby or a new self which is going to emerge from today onwards, then you will be able to indulge in activities which will give you a sense of good feeling. Otherwise, you will always indulge in activities which will sabotage yourself. So that is very important. And the next point about improving your confidence is try new activities, or give it a try to learn new skills and knowledge. For example, you can even try doing some new hobbies, or also trying your hands-on experience with some dance or music or photography, anything, or traveling. Just follow your passion. Just try some new things. The moment you start trying new things and you learn something, and that will instantly boost your confidence level. So you will feel like, okay, I'm good at this. It's not that like what I really thought about myself. So please do try that tip. That really helps. And also following your passion, as I told you, and maybe you're ended up in a job or in a career which is not really a passion, but you can try your passion as a part-time to feel good about yourself. So that is one important tip. The next tip is to exercise. And exercise, while you exercise, you release certain hormones. So they are like mood lifters, and you'll start feeling good about yourself instantly. So you know that I'm working out, I'm trying to build myself and trying to look more fit. This will immediately improve your confidence level also. So it's very important that you do regular cardio activities. And the next thing is, finally, fake it till you make it. So confident people are the ones who express their feelings. So even if you are a person who feels like, who's going to hear me out, I'm not going to talk about it, just try, push yourself to talk about your opinions and feelings, and also be assertive. All these things, if you could try, even if you don't feel really confident, just fake those body language. For example, if I'm going to sit like this, I know I'm not a confident person. Rather, if I'm going to choose to sit like this in a power position you take, you'll feel more confident. So practice such power positions and such postures, and also practice some firm handshake, especially for students who are going for interviews. We say that fake it till you make it. So the moment you're wanting to be confident, just fake it and you will eventually become confident. And practicing positive affirmations. For example, people who are having this very strong core belief, you need to practice some positive affirmations every day, like saying, I am bold and confident. When I believe in myself, so do others. All these kind of things will instantly boost your confidence. So you will have to practice it like 50 to 100 times every day. Not when you're down, when you're really feeling good. Those are the times you can actually practice. When you're down, no positive thoughts will come, only negative thoughts will come. So watch out in your negative self-talk, as I already told about in the previous video. Whenever you could catch yourself talking negative about yourself, immediately that moment, substitute it with such positive affirmations about your own self, because at the end of the day, it is after all you, and you deserve complete love and compassion from your own self, starting from your own self. Then definitely the world is going to accept you. Self-acceptance is the number one thing. Then the world is definitely going to accept you because of your confidence level. And not only by practicing affirmations, slowly when you start practicing affirmation, you will act upon it. And the moment you start acting upon it and you taste the success fruits, then there is going to be a non-stop thing. And your confidence level is going to improve day by day, and you're going to feel proud of all your achievements. But again, at the same time, a word of caution is, don't let that proud feeling hit your ego. Have the sense of humility always to stay grounded. And it's not also good enough to have this overconfidence, which is again not good for your mental health and also for your success and happiness in life. Hope this video would have helped you to improve your confidence. So please do watch the previous video to get the clear continuity to this video. Only then you will get the clear concept about why do we lack in confidence and what way can I improve my confidence level. So have a nice day. So let's catch up in another episode. Take care. Bye.